San Diego 6 News in the morning.
Well, chances are living right here in Southern California, you've had a pretty bad sunburn at one time or another. Well, now scientists say there may be a way to help protect your skin. And you're thinking I would say sunscreen, but we're actually talking about red wine. Dr. Richard Chaffoo, a local dermatologist and plastic surgeon right here in San Diego, joins us now. And red wine, of all things, what have scientists discovered here?
Well, Heather, it's interesting. The study that came out from Barcelona was actually a laboratory study. And we know that the effects of flavonoids, which are in grapes, citrus fruits, of course are in red wines. And what they found in the laboratory was that when they expose cells to ultraviolet radiation, much as we get sun exposure, there's damage to the cell. But then when they added the flavonoids from the red wines, they showed that actually there's less damage to the cell, less cell death. And so the theory being that there is an antioxidant or protective effect of these agents against skin cancer.
So I guess the question is, how much wine would we need to drink? How many grapes do we need to eat?
And we don't know yet the answer to that question because it was a laboratory study. The interesting thing about the flavonoids that are the antioxidants, sort of the buzzword today, is that these are actually products that the body has a very poor absorption of. Most of these are excreted or they're changed into other chemicals. And one study out of Linus Pauling Institute showed that actually the flavonoids stimulate what's called uric acid increases in the blood, and that was thought to have a protective effect. So the jury's still out in terms of the antioxidant effects, and certainly for skin protection, we're not sure. We don't know where that's going.
And you mentioned this is a very preliminary study, so don't just run out there, head to the beach with your bottle of wine. That's not the point here.
Exactly. We need to wait and see more studies are underway.
You know, using sunscreen obviously is one of the better ways to protect your skin. What else should we be doing? We live in Southern California and we forget how often we're exposed to the sun.
You're exactly right, Heather. The big important things are doing very, very careful sun blocking agents. For example, besides the sunscreens, there's rash guards, some other clothing that people can wear that don't wear sunscreens because they sweat them off, they're active outside. Being away from the sun during the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. peak time if you're outside. Wear a hat with a brim, wear sunglasses. So drink plenty of fluids.
So what do you tell people who've already had a really bad sunburn or multiple bad sunburns? I know that there was several generations of people that didn't have sunblock at all and just destroyed their skin constantly. Can you do anything now to reverse some of that damage?
Well, you can. We know that we get 80% of our sun damage by the time we're 18. So it's a cumulative effect, but we know that if we change our lifestyles now, we can have an effect down the line. The most important thing is if you've had that history of repeated sunburns, a lot of sun exposure, being in that high-risk group, probably good to get in to see a dermatologist to have a full skin evaluation because there could be some things that are going on with your skin that you can't see or you're not aware of.
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about skin cancer. It's so common here. It can be just the smallest little freckle on your skin that you think is no big deal, and it really can be.
It can be.
So again, going back to this study again, it's really early to say.
Very early.
But we're making progress, and we're looking at ways to help protect the skin beyond sunblock, and that's huge.
It is.
All right, Doctor, thank you so much for being here with us today. We really appreciate it. And if you get more out of this, please come back and tell us what you found, and hopefully we'll help people protect their skin right here. And I wish I would have done more. Too late, right? Right. Thanks again. For information, just go to our website, san diego6.com, and click on Hot Topics.